Hello, it's Jason again from Overland, America, and today we are going to take you on the adventure of a lifetime. Today we are going to take you to the new exhibit at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. It's a giant fish aquarium that they just opened up, and it shows like New York City's landscape underwater. This is very interesting and for many reasons, but we just found it very, very relaxing and very, very interesting. And we thought that it would be something that you also might enjoy, so that we really, really want to share this with you. As you can see, you really don't want to miss this. This is just the most relaxing and beautiful place. The price was not too bad, but you need to go online and buy your tickets ahead of time because they're sold out usually on the weekend, especially on the weekends. So you really don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. Hello, welcome to the start of our most excellent adventure at the American Dream newest attraction, the Sea Life exhibit. This is the start of it here, and they have it looking like a subway car as you walk through these dark corridors to get to the aquarium place. Hold on tight, because you never know. This is New York City, right? Who could jump out at you and get you and slash you? This should be pretty scary, so hold on tight and enjoy the ride. For this first exhibit, as we walk through the door, these are sea bass, and these are some of Sudan's most favorite eatings. So hopefully she can control herself, and we can move on, and she's not too hungry at this time. As you can see here on the floor, the areas are really well laid out, and we are going now first into the freshwater exhibit. And this should make to be very interesting. They had these really nice signs posted too. They're all New York themed, but they're very and New Jersey themed. There's a New Jersey Turnpike, but everything is for this area, New York, New Jersey area. And the things you'll see in here are they're replicas, but they're pretty well done, if I do say so myself. This is a very cool and unusual exhibit here. The exhibits in this aquarium were very well laid out along with the path, and I know that if you decided to go here, you would find this very, very interesting. We are still here into the freshwater part. We're seeing the African cichlids and things like that. Most of us could actually go down to an aquarium and buy one and set one of these up in our house. I've actually had one from time to time, but I've since moved on to saltwater aquariums. But at times I do miss my cichlid tanks that I used to have, and we can always move back and try one again at some point if we really like it. But as we go here now, we're going into the rock pool section of the aquarium, and this is more of a kids section on the outsides where they can touch different types of sea life and things like that. If kids would, I think kids would really, really enjoy this area. Um, this area that we're fishing into now was one of Sudan's most favorite areas, and this is the Jellyfish Tank. This tank was really, really well set up. It had a lot of jellyfish in it, as you can see, and you could get up close and personal and really, check out the jellyfish and their movement, which I was able to do with some of these shots, which I believe just came out just awesome. The other huge thing to this tank that Sudan really enjoyed was that they had a control panel on the outside, and you could change the colors and play disco, like disco songs and stuff like that while you're changing the colors. And the jellyfish would change the colors with the, as the lights changed in the tank and in the room that you're standing in. So stay tuned and check this out. Here we go. Disco, disco duck. That's wanna be a disco duck. Oh, see? It's a disco. This is the disco lights and the disco setting. Sudan, come on, dance with it. Let's go. Do the disco. See if you can remember how to get that disco fever and get out of the box and do the dancing. Next section is the tropical rainforest section, and this was a very, very nice and well laid out section. As you can see, we're still into the cichlids, different areas of the cichlid world. But the way the tanks are laid out with the waterfalls and the sceneries and the backdrops, I believe really looks like the natural habitat of these type of fish. And gives you a good idea of how their particular ecosystem works. And as you walk, you got to be careful because you do have frog crossings and things like that. You don't want to accidentally step on a frog. That would be bad. And then, as you walk through the habitat here, there were 2 or 3 of these tunnels where you could actually walk underneath the fish tank and see the fish from all different angles. You will never believe how hard this was to video with all the different light sources coming from all different angles. So this part here, please, excuse my videography if it's not the best, but I'm still learning the camera, and this section here to me was really, really difficult because I couldn't adjust for any particular light because there were so many lights coming from the top, from the bottom, from the side, which was really hard to get the camera calibrated for. But I think it came out pretty good in the end. This was one of my most favorite exhibits. Not the favorite, but in the top three. And this was the manta ray and the stingray exhibit. There were many, many manta rays. It was a big circle, open top tank. You could look down from the top and see all the manta rays and things and stingrays from the inside. Plus, you got a pretty good view from a round tank because it was in the center of the room and you could walk around the entire tank. So this one here gave a very unusual and prospect to how these stingrays and manta rays live, and it was very, very interesting to see. And I hope that this could become one of your most favorite tanks too when you pay a visit to the American Dream Aquarium, and you can actually see how these animals live in the wild. This tank here was very usual, and it had a large explosion of colors. The corals and things that were shown in this tank were not real, but the tank was very colorful nonetheless. And this, I believe, was one of Sudan's most favorite tanks because she was very specific in post, wanting me to pull out the colors and make it look like it did when we were standing in front of it. I hope I did a decent replica of that. And if I didn't, I'm sorry, Sudan. We tried our best. So I hope you enjoyed. Jason, say cheese. This is Sudan, my baby, getting a little zen in front of this really, really nice tank. This shows the perspective of the shots I showed you previously, because I was only showing you a close-up of one of these tanks, but this is like a drawn-back version. And now you can see how this whole theme and this whole room is set up to be like rocks with a viewing window in it, so that you can see the sea life underneath. This in here is the start of the Undercity sea life. Along with this, another tunnel. This tunnel here was kind of low. You kind of had to like lower your head to get up underneath it. But it was very interesting than that. And then we had here, this is an eel, a snowflake eel that was sitting on top of some of the corals and stuff. And Sudan, she kept trying to reach down there and grab that big diamond ring. I guess somebody lost that. How many carats do you think that is? Leave a comment down below and let us know. We'd be very interested to find out. So as you can see, this tank was very usual, and we're starting to get to the part of the aquarium now that has a display of the New York City skyline underwater, which was my absolute most favorite part of the whole thing. But no spoilers at this point. Is it just me, or do the fish appear to get larger as we walk deeper into this aquarium? As you can see, the walls are very interesting, and they're very set up. They're set up like an underwater reef. I mean, as you're walking through, so you're walking through what appears to be an underwater reef, and then you're viewing the underwater reefs, which, you know, I think whoever designed this and laid it out did a relatively good job at setting up the displays and making them interesting for the people that walk through. I would highly recommend this to anybody who is a fish enthusiast. As you walk through and observe the scenery and everything, you did have these video screens like this that would pop up, you know, in certain areas and give the children or just anybody a perspective of the animals that are in this section in an animated format. This right here is we're actually now coming into the New York City underwater skyline. This part right here is the start of my most favorite part of this whole aquarium. It has sharks and very large fish and all kinds of sea life swimming through different parts or replicas of what New York City looks like. It's not exact, it's an underwater version, but it's close enough where you can tell, you know, what you're looking at. Leave a message below in the comments if you recognize any of these buildings. This is a little friendly puffer fish that decided he wanted a closer look at what I was doing on the other side of the glass. Y'all see that shark? That's a huge shark swimming around down there in New York City. I've wondered when I was looking at this, does he eat some of the other fish? There's 2 or 3 different species of sharks here, and stingrays and manta rays and all kinds of fish that are swinging through the New York City skyline here. And you know, just if you know anything about it, I'm not really versed on sharks. I'm assuming that they're sharks that don't eat these type of fish, or you know, there wouldn't be any fish left. There'd just be sharks left. Leave a comment down below if you know the answer to that one. So we finally come to the end of our journey in this really wonderful undersea world creation at America Dream Mall. Let us know in the comments if you've ever been here or if you would like to go here. As I said previously, if you're planning to go on a Friday or Saturday, you would really need to buy your tickets in advance because they were always sold out. We had to buy ours like a week or 2 in advance before we went there. We hope that if you do go there, you got some inspiration from our little video, and as always, we'll catch you on the next trip.